days in the expiry day. But moving on, more updates on the much awaited trade deal with the US. Sources say an Indian team will be heading to US once again for negotiations. My colleague Sumita Karir is joining with more details on this story.
Absolutely, and we're given to understand from sources that India is still trying to finalize a deal so far as its trade deal with the United States is concerned. In fact, sources have also told ET now exclusively that an Indian team will be traveling soon to Washington, D.C. Remember, just a couple of days back, in fact, just about 10 days back, Chief Negotiator Rajesh Agarwal traveled with his team to the United States just before the July 9th deadline, but the July 9th deadline is well past, but still negotiations are on. We're given to understand from sources these are happening virtually. And in fact, what sources are also suggesting is that these negotiations with respect to the mini deal, the interim trade deal, and of course the BTA, which is the first tranche which is expected to conclude by fall this year, these negotiations for these two various deals are happening simultaneously. Remember, we have been telling our viewers consistently that there have been challenges that are emerging as far as negotiations between India and the United States are concerned. India is in no hurry to seal the deal. There is no desperation on part of India to seal the deal because interests of its domestic industry and of course the sectors that it's trying to protect, for instance the agri and dairy sector, GM crops, those reign supreme. National interest is supreme, and this has essentially also been mentioned multiple times by Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal. And of course, as far as the latest on tariffs is concerned, we do know from Donald Trump's truths or tweets, as they are called, he has, of course, slapped a 50% tariff on Brazil for the way former leader Jair Bolsonaro was treated. Remember, he was ousted in a coup in 2022 for trying to cling to power. Other than that, he also issued letters last night for several other countries. And like I said, the tariffs go all the way up
so
to
India
50%.
is engaging with US trade team virtually, and yes, now the latest advancement is Indian trade team is planning to visit US to discuss it all further, and this is the new and added development, India-US trade deal. All eyes on it, and we'll keep a tap on the same. Moving ahead, Rajesh.